Hello and welcome to level one and day one of improving our back, improving our spine. Welcome to this. Obviously, you've got a little bit of tightness, a little bit of pain, a little bit of difficulty in the spine, in the lower back, probably. So we'll address that. We'll take it easy at first. We'll generally we'll try to add to it as we go. Just doing 10 minutes a day. We're going to work through 10 minutes a day. So first of all, come to this sort of a seat. Now, if you want to bend the knees, spread the legs, take the toes high. And if that's really strong in the lower back, use a cushion or a block or a blanket. Sit onto that, get the hips a little bit higher. And just take the feet wide. And what we need to do a few things. We need to lengthen the spine. We need to create some movement and get some mobility back in the spine. We're going to start with those today. And as we sit here, we're starting that transition. We're starting that opening of the spine. So making sure the shoulders are stacking over the hips, reaching tall with the back of the head, back of the neck. And it's easy as just sitting for the right at the moment. Now as we drive, as we sit at our desk, as we watch telly, as we text, everything is conspiring to give us a bad back. Bad back through the hunching, the rolling the shoulders over, putting pressure on the lower back, as well as tightening of the hamstrings, tightening of the hips, and we're curling upon ourselves. So we want to lengthen that spine. I'll show you a couple of different ways you can do that today. Great place to start and create a little bit of warmth in the back, create a little bit of mobility. Look, we're not going to fix everything today, but we're going to start the first step on the journey. So as we sit down into our wide leg pose, just basically allow the back of the neck to lengthen, allow the spine to lengthen, bring the shoulders back slightly. And we'll find a little bit of breath. We'll start off with quietening our breath. So we're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Now notice where the breath goes to. Notice if the shoulders start rising and falling or the belly. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. We want to take that breath all the way down through to the belly. Take it low and deep, as low as you can. Try that again. Inhale, exhale. And the lower you can take the breath, the deeper into the belly, the slower the breath will be. And the slower the breath is, the more controlled, the more relaxed you're going to get the muscles to be able to soften so we can lengthen them as well. So just take two more. Feel the belly expand like a balloon and fall back down. Good. So as well, if you need to bend the knees a little bit, but we're opening up through the hamstrings, open up the groin and the hips as well. Let's come over into tabletop position. So just take it easy. Remove that block, remove that blanket or pillow. And we're going to take our wrists underneath our shoulders, but we're going to tuck our toes together and take our knees wide. We're going to take our hips down to our heels. And maybe they don't reach, and that's okay. We can either put that pillow or blanket back here, or as we lower the chest down, we can lower down onto a little bit of support here for the head. That'll help bring the hips back down. So as we take the knees wide, the chest reaches down in between the knees. Lengthen the spine. Feel the spine lengthening. Feel especially the lower back. Lengthening, reaching, unfurling. And that could be tightened. And use the same breath here. Use that same 5 to 8 breaths. Breathe in through the nose. And this time exhale through the nose as well. Inhale and exhale. With each exhale, see if the back will lengthen just a little bit more, just a fraction of a millimeter longer every single exhale you take. And slowly, as we breathe deeply into our belly, the back begins to relax, begins to trust us, and we can lengthen it. Just a few more breaths here. Take 3 more breaths. Hips down to the heels. Chest down to the mat. Good. It doesn't look like we're doing very much, but guess what? We need to slowly start getting back into here before we can actually strengthen. So we're going to release the back a little bit before we can strengthen it. So today, we're going to come up back through our tabletop, back through our hands and knees, and notice where the belly is. Is the belly dropping? Is the belly lifting? Flatten the back. And we want to flatten that back, reach through the crown of the head, stay active in the hands, knees are underneath the hips, and gazing directly down at the mat. Switch on the belly just slightly, move the belly button towards the spine. That same deep breath. Staying active in the arms, active in the hands, pressing down through the tops of the feet, and flattening the back. So we want to retrain our body to use our upper back instead of our shoulders, and to use our belly and our core instead of our lower back. So just take 2 more breaths here, and then we're going to incorporate a little bit of movement. From here, on the next inhale, we drop the belly, we lift the sitting bones, we lift our hips high, and we lift our heart, we lift our chest, and we take our forehead high. On the exhale, chin comes to chest, press through the hands, round the upper back, and tuck the sitting bones, tuck the hips in under. Then we follow the breath, inhale, and exhale, rounding the back, press through the hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Just take 2 more of these. So we're increasing the mobility of the spine and warming up the spine at the same time. Come back through our tabletop, touch our toes together, separate our knees, and we're going to lower all the way down into our child's pose once again. Hips towards heels, and just lengthen. We can soften our elbows or keep active in the hands, your choice. Slightly pressing back through the hands to take the hips back towards the heels. But see if we can soften through the neck. We don't need to hold any tension through the neck and through the shoulders. And take 3 more deep breaths here. Once again, breathing all the way down to the belly. When you've completed, inhale, come back through center. Come back through your tabletop, hands and knees. We're going to do the same cat-cows once again. Just notice the difference. Close the eyes. Inhale, lift the belly. Drop the belly, lift the forehead. Exhale, chin to chest, lift the upper back, press through the hands, tuck under the sitting bones. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Just one more. Notice moving a little bit deeper. Good. Take the toes together. Knees wide. Sink down through the hips. And notice those hips will fall down towards your heels just a little easier as well. Soften the shoulders, release the head. And re-deepen the breath. Gather it low and deep. Take 4 more breaths here. Stay really deep through the breath, down into the belly. Lengthen that spine. Good. Slowly, when you're ready, come all the way back to a seated position. Take the toes wide, take the legs wide. Sit down into your block, blanket, pillow, whatever the case may be. Good. Now today we just want to increase a little bit of mobility, lengthen the spine. The more we can lengthen the spine, we lengthen the gaps in between the vertebrae, that soft tissue, and relieve the pressure. So we need to lengthen before we can strengthen the back. So we're lengthening just today, carrying a little bit of mobility, a little bit of space hopefully in the back, and relieving a little bit of tension. Those poses that we did today, the child's pose to lengthen the spine, the cat-cow to warm up the back, you can do any time. You can do any time. Be gentle with them and just be aware of the sensations. Be aware of how it feels, more importantly than anything. A good start today. We got a little bit of mobility, a little bit of lengthening. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll add a little bit more. We'll go a little bit deeper and add a little bit of strengthening as well. So keep up the great work. Good job getting started on day one, and look forward to seeing you. Seeing you for day two real soon. Till then, take care. I'll see you on the mat real soon.